In this video, we're talking about 6 things that you can do right now to boost your credit score. These are all things that anyone can do. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be making over $100,000 a year. You don't already need to have a high credit score. Anyone can build up their score to be in the 700s or 800s. If you haven't seen my last video about what goes into calculating your scores, go check that video out because those are the fundamentals and those are gonna help you a lot in understanding what I'm about to go into next. So number 1 is check your credit report. Now, a lot of people get credit score and credit report mixed up, but they're actually 2 different things. You can see your score without seeing a report, and you can also see your report without seeing your score. A credit report shows all your credit card accounts, your balances owed, any collections that you may have, and all the credit inquiries that have been done on you. So we're doing this first because we want to make sure that there are no incorrect items on our credit report. We want to make sure that everything on there is true and exact. If your credit report shows that you have a collection out against you, but you actually don't, that's not a good thing. You want to get that taken care of. And quite frankly, if someone said that I defaulted on a loan or something, but I actually didn't, I'd be pretty pissed off. The easiest way to do this is go to www.annualcreditreport.com. And this is a free resource that anyone can take advantage of. You can actually check your credit report for free 3 times a year, once from each credit bureau in the United States. The 3 credit bureaus in the United States are Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. You get 1 free credit report check for each of these bureaus once a year. So 3 total per year. What I recommend you doing is get your Experian, let's say, credit report first, wait 4 months, get your TransUnion one, and then maybe 4 months later, get your Equifax one. That way you can spread it out and see what your credit report is like as the year progresses. If you see something incorrect, go and file a dispute right away. If you see any legitimate concerns on there, get them taken care of. Pay off any of those debts. Number 2 is something that I do on each and every account that I have, and this is to set up auto pay on everything. It is so important to have a 100% payment history. Anything that's not 100% is really bad for your score, to be honest. And most of the times when people don't make a payment, it's actually on accident. It's because they forgot to pay off the account. They had the money, but they just didn't remind themselves and it went past due. And now their credit score is down like 50 points. It's pretty depressing how much one late payment can affect your score. So for every credit card that you have, set up your auto pay online. It's really, really simple. Link it to your bank account and just have it automatically withdraw money from your account every month to pay off the full balance. This way you'll never, ever have to worry about forgetting a payment. Each month you'll get an email from the credit card saying, hey, your payment has been successfully processed and you're good to go. Do this for your student loans, for your mortgage, for any other loans you have, pretty much anything where you have to make recurring payments monthly or whatever, set up your auto pay account. Number 3 is to get someone to add you as an authorized user on their own credit card account. Now, if you're a veteran money borrower, you have a high credit score and everything already, disregard this point because it's mostly aimed at people that are new to getting credit. Get a parent or a family member, someone that has really great credit, and ask them if they can actually put you as an authorized user on one of their credit card accounts. Now, essentially what this means is that you'll get a credit card with your name on it, but that card is actually linked to their account. So whenever you make a purchase on this card, they are the ones that are actually paying it off. What this does is that it actually increases your length of credit, which actually is 10% of your credit score. So if your mom has had this credit card for 15 years and she adds you as an authorized user, suddenly you've also had this account for 15 years. And that looks amazing and makes your credit score jump significantly, especially if you don't have any other items on your credit yet. Luckily, my mom was able to do this for me back when I was actually, I think, in high school. So I was on this account for a long, long time before I actually opened up my own account. And it really helped me get into the 700s before even doing anything. If your relatives are kind of scared about letting you have a credit card, just store it. Don't use it and just take advantage of the fact that you now have a longer length of credit. Number 4 is to open up a Mint account. Mint is a platform that lets you compile all your credit card accounts, investment accounts, loans, bills, bank accounts, everything all into one place. Basically, through the website, you log onto all of your accounts everywhere, and after that, they're all gonna be logged in one spot. And like I kind of mentioned earlier, one of the really cool things about Mint is that it lets you track your net worth, which is basically all the money you have saved up in any avenue. Another cool thing about Mint is that you actually get 1 free credit score a month. So every month you can go on Mint and it's gonna update you with your newest credit score. You can also set up notifications whenever you have upcoming bills due, and Mint can email you these bills and tell you to pay them. Number 5 is use your credit card for everything. And I mean everything. Don't use your debit card ever. So when you're making purchases, you want to use your credit card because then you're going to be borrowing money and then hopefully later you'll pay it off on time, right? And when you pay it off on time, the lenders and creditors will see that you do that and your score is going to go up and up and up. You'll also receive cash back every time that you make a purchase through a credit card. Most cards give you at least 1% cash back on everything. So, if you're spending $1,000, you might as well get $10 of rewards for that. And also, don't be scared to open credit cards. It's not bad to have a lot of cards open at the same time, as long as you are paying them off. I've opened up at least 7 credit cards or 8 credit cards in the last 4 or 5 years, and it's really helped boost my score a ton. Not to mention, I get to fly for free forever. Number 6 is to pay off your credit cards when your utilization rate is too high. If you make big purchases on your credit card, it might be smart to pay your credit card off right after that purchase instead of waiting till the end of the month. If your total credit limit is $1,000 and you make a $500 purchase, this means that your utilization rate is currently at 50% because you spent $500 divided by your credit limit. 50% is a little high. You want to keep your utilization rate at 30% or lower. So in this case, I'd recommend paying it off early and not waiting until the end of the month. This is actually why I recommend opening up more credit cards, because for each credit card that you open, you're gonna get a new credit limit. And these credit limits actually stack on top of each other. Let's say someone has just 1 credit card, and on that credit card, they have a $1,000 credit limit. Now compare that to someone that has 5 credit cards, and each of those cards comes with a $1,000 credit limit. That means that this person's gonna have a $5,000 credit limit. So they can put on $1,500 of purchases at a time without going beyond that 30% utilization ratio. Whereas the first person with only $1,000 credit limit can only put $300. This means you can spend more without worrying about this credit utilization ratio, and you don't need to make payments all the time. All right, in summary, it's pretty simple to raise your credit score. It's not that complicated, and these are all things that anyone can really do as long as you know what to do. By following these 6 steps, I think most people will have no problem approaching an 800 credit score, which is very, very high. It makes you a 10 out of 10 actually. Thanks you guys for watching. I hope you guys found some cool nifty tricks in this video that could help you along in your credit score journey. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button. And of course, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. All right, I'm out of here. Stay classy, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys next time.